Hey guys, today we're doing some Godot, and last time when we left off we had a tile generator, so we were able to actually create worlds fairly quickly. Well, now that we're able to create these worlds quickly, I want to show you guys how to actually go from one world to the next. So you can see right here, if I play this, what happens is I have a guy that can run and jump, and if I touch this, it takes me to the next level. Perfect. So we're going to end up with something very similar to this at the end of this video. So here's how it works. First thing we are going to need to do is we need to actually draw another level so we can have a level to go to. So for my example, I'm going to create a new world, and up here in the top I'm going to hit this plus sign, and I'm going to add in a new node right here, and I'm going to hit create, and I'm going to call this one world underscore 3. That is important. It has to be named a specific thing. So Control S will save that. I'm going to hit save here. Now I have a new world called world underscore 3. Let's go ahead and add our tile generator that we already created. So I'm going to select tile map. Now we have our tile map on here. We need to resize the tile map. It's defaulted to 64 by 64. We need 32 by 32 so everything fits correctly. And let's go ahead and give this our jungle tile set, or whatever tile set you're using. I'm going to drag it over here, drop it on tile set. I'm going to draw us a simple world so we can get this process rolling here. So just really quick, I'm gonna throw together a really fast world. You guys can take your time, pause the game if you want, draw a larger world, but I'm just trying to do this as quick as possible so you guys don't have a 30-minute video to watch to learn how to do this. So here we go. This is my world. I'm gonna use Control S. That will save my world. Now I have a new world called world underscore 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our world number 1. I'm going to get rid of this teleporter that I just made, and we're going to make it together. So I'm deleting my teleporter. Here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to select your world 1, and you're going to hit the plus sign, and you're going to add an area 2D under the search box type area, and you're looking for the blue one. Remember, blue ones always pertain to 2D worlds. So we're going to do area 2D, create, and under this I'm going to change this to world complete. I'm going to do world underscore complete with a capital C. World complete. Now it needs a picture, and it needs some collision so you can actually bump into it, just like you know, your main character here. So I'm going to hit the plus sign again. I'm going to add a sprite. I've already used it before, so it's on the left. And then I'm going to also add in a collision shape 2D. It's also on the left because I've used that before. Ooh, so look, I made a mistake right there. I can't add the collision shape to the sprite. I need to add it to the 2D area. So I'm going to sort of click and drag and drop this on the right one. See, now they're in the same line, so I know that they're a part of the world and not a part of the sprite instead. So let's click sprite, and we're just going to use this regular old shape here, texture, and for our collision shape I'm going to select that, and I'm going to choose a rectangle 2D, zoom in, and then stretch out my shape here. Now for the last step, I am going to lock all of them together. So I'm going to select my parent, and I'm going to hit this double square, and now they are all locked together. Now with this particular area 2D, how it works is when I play my game, if you run and you bump into it, it doesn't actually bump into it. It's just like a detection thing. It'll tell us when somebody actually bumped into it. So what we need to do is we need to add a piece of script into this area shape that will tell us to go to another world. We're going to use world 3 because we just created that. So let's click our area 2D, add a script, and I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm going to copy the script that I want you guys to use right here. So starting out, we have at the top, it's just basically a name, so whenever we see it, we know what we're actually messing with. And then we're working with the area 2D shape, and the area 2D shape works with the physics process for whenever things bump into it, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable, and we're going to call it bodies. And then we want to stick inside of bodies whenever something else bumps into it. So we're going to say get overlapping bodies. If you can see, it's that second one. So what's getting put into the variable bodies is something that's bumped into it or touched it or is on top of it. Now we want to know what is that thing. So we're going to print bodies. So what it's going to do is if something touches it, it's going to put that thing into bodies, and then we told it to tell us what that thing is. Let's push play. So right now you can see down here it's bumping into the actual tile map over and over and over. And then when we walk our character into it, it's bumping into the tile map, and it's bumping into Magnus, our 2D character. And it doesn't come up as the word Magnus, it comes up as kinematic body 1013, and yours might be a completely different number. Alright, so we're moving right along. That's doing good. So let's go back to our script here. Oh, we're already on it. And we're going to turn off this print because we don't want it to just print 1,000 times. And now we're going to create a loop. We only want it to do something when Magnus touches it. So we're going to make a loop here. For body, that's a new variable. And inside of bodies, so anything that's touching bodies up here, so we want it to do something. We want it to check and see, is it Magnus that's in there? So we're going to do body dot name. Is it equal to Magnus? And your character might be Joey or somebody else. Mine's Magnus. So check your character name, and that's what you're going to be looking for. Now, if Magnus is being touched, we want to know it. We want to know. So we want it to do print Magnus touched the exit. Alright, here we go. So we're going to play. So now if Magnus touches this, it's going to say, hey, Magnus touched it. You'll notice that it's no longer telling us, hey, you're bumping into the floor anymore. It's just telling us Magnus touched it. Nothing else. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted, because we don't want to just go to the next level if anything touches it, correct? Alright, let's check. Let's use this new knowledge that we got, and let's send our character to the next level when Magnus touches it. So now we're going to say get underscore tree. This is just basically some language that tells the game we're looking for something inside of your process tree, inside of the side over there. So and we're going to change scene. We're going to change it to world. Which one did we want to go to? World underscore 3 dot tscn, and then I'm going to close it off there. Okay, so make sure that this name on your world is the same as the one that you saved it. If you saved it as Magnetopia or the Lollipop Land, it needs to say that exact words, capitals and everything. So this is going to take us to world3.tscn. Alright, let's give it a try and see if it actually takes us there. So if we run, we jump, touch it, hey, we're now on world 3. Except for, where'd Magnus go? He's not here. Okay, so now we need to get Magnus onto this other scene. So in order to do that, we could go to the third scene here. We could go to this third world and we can recreate Magnus here. But I don't want to do that. I only want to add Magnus. I only want there to be one Magnus. I don't want to have to keep adding him in. What if I have 50 levels? Add 50 different Magnuses. So here's the process of how you add Magnus multiple times, or your character multiple times. What I want you guys to do is I want you to take your character and put him right in the center, 0, 0. Then I want you to right click on your character and I want you to click Save Branch as a Scene. Now when you click that, it's going to give you the option to actually save it as a scene. Here, I've already done it with Magnus. I'm gonna do it with this one. So let's do it with the world complete. So I'm gonna put the world complete right on this dot here, right in the center, and then I'm going to right click on world complete and I'm gonna say save this as a scene. Save branch as a scene. And I'm gonna say this is the world complete scene. Save. Okay, now you'll see what happened is it created a whole brand new scene. The object is right there on the center where you put it, and the script is here, and you can edit that script. And I have Magnus. He's here. He's got all his collision shape and everything. Any changes I make to Magnus on this one, it's going to make changes on all of my levels altogether. Just like with this one, if I make any changes here, if I stretch it a little bit, it should change it on all of the worlds. So I don't want to do that though. I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, save. Now, after you've done that, take your portal, put it back where it needs to be, and now let's go to our world number 3. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go back. Control S is how you save. So I'm going to save world 1, and I'm going to go back to world 2, or actually world 3 here. And I'm going to hit right here. There's this little link. It says instance a scene as a node. It creates an inherited scene if no root node exists. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to select world 3, and I'm going to hit this. And now I'm looking for Magnus. Here he is. And I'm going to add Magnus to the scene. Boom, there he is. He's been added. Oops, I didn't mean to click off that. And so I can put him wherever I want. So I'm going to stick him right here. Now, whenever I know why it's doing that. I didn't lock my tile map. So I'm going to hit my tile map and I'm going to hit lock. So now I can no longer select that. When I click something, it clicks what I want it to. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to world 1 and I'm going to hit play. Now if I run and jump into this, you're going to see that now I'm on world scene number 3 and my character's here and he can jump around and he can move and everything. Alright, now we're going to do one last thing because I want you guys to be able to go back and forth between different levels, and I want you guys to be able to do it pretty easy. So if you stick around, we can add a link back to the other world. So just like I did before, I'm going to go to my world 3 and I'm going to instance another scene. So I'm going to click world 3, I'm going to click the link, and I'm going to do my world complete. So there is my world complete guy here, and I'm going to drag him right back. I'm going to drag him over here to the side, and now he is here, and I am going to save it. Now there's only one problem with this. This actually takes us only to level 3. The code here says take me to level 3. Well, we don't want to just go to level 3 over and over. We want it now to take us back to level 1 when we touch this one. And whenever we're on this level, we want it to take us to level 3. And so on and so forth. Or maybe we want it to take us to level 2. So, here's how we get that accomplished. We're going to go to our world complete, the scene separately. And now we're going to hit the script here. And we're going to add in an extra piece of code that's going to allow us to go from one level to the next. This one I'm going to pretty much copy and paste it into it, and we're going to change just a couple things here. It's going to export a string. A string is like a set of letters or numbers, and it's going to turn it into a file. And this is it's going to store it as the variable level complete. So instead of using the exact phrasing or the exact word, we're going to now choose level complete. We're gonna swap out world 3 here with level complete, and this is going to take, and it's going to allow us on each level to actually tell it where to go, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's save what we just added here. Let's go to world 3, and you will notice, I'm going to go back to this 2D view here. You will notice whenever you select your world complete, you'll notice that it says script variables. It added a variable for us. So now we can decide what that variable means on this scene. So I'm going to hit this file here, this little folder looking guy, and it's going to say file. And now I'm going to choose what level I want it to go to. I want it to go to level 1. So I'm going to hit open. Now this portal here takes us to level 1, and now I'm going to go to my level 1, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go look at this file, and it's empty. It doesn't take us anywhere. So let's check the script and make sure that it still looks right, and it should. Level complete, yes, that's 100% right. So I'm going to go back to this main level. I'm going to hit world complete, and I'm going to choose what level to take me to. And you know what? I'm going to get fancy. I want to go to level 2. So this one takes me to level 2, and let's go look at our level 2. We don't have one here, so let's add it. We know how to do that. We're going to click this. We're going to instance a scene, and we want to bring in the level complete. We'll stick it up here. And let's give this guy, tell it where to take us. We want you to take us to level 3. Okay, so let's save all of our scenes. So Control S saves this one, Control S saves this one, and now if we hit play, here's what happens. We got our guy, moves around. If he jumps into this is level 2. Now let's see if we can get up there to that one. This is level 3. And now if we touch this, back on level 1. So we have a big loop, but you can see we can get from one level to the next by using this 2D area and exporting the file, and just we're pretty much getting it all together. So this should help you guys a little bit with creating your worlds. Next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it where you guys have a world that actually scrolls to the side. That's what I'd like to do next. And have a background that sticks with it. So whenever you guys create worlds, you can make your world a lot larger and have some vertical height to it. So it's because like right now I can't go off the far edge here because I put a little wall there, and then also when you jump up, it doesn't follow you, the camera doesn't go with you at all. So anyway, I hope you guys like this, and hopefully you guys will be able to add this into your game, and we'll just keep progressing through Godot and keep getting better. Have a great day, guys.